Well, folks, we are here for another season of Jayhawk Volleyball. My name is Dan Potts. I am here with Scott Vanderwerp. We will be calling the match here today between the Muskegon Community College Jayhawks and the Lake Michigan College Indians. Scotty, how we doing?
We're doing good. Another season, Dan.
Looking forward to it. The Jayhawks come in 9-8 overall. I believe this is their first conference match, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it's their third conference match, first home match.
I am mistaken.
I wasn't going to say anything. I just was going to throw in that was their first home match.
Lake Michigan, this is their fourth conference match also. They're 0-3 on the season, so the Jayhawks are looking to start out the home season right with a victory.
Absolutely.
New faces here for the Jayhawks. For anybody who doesn't know, the Muskegon Community College is a 2-year school, so there's constant turnover. You have your freshmen and sophomores. Obviously, your sophomores are some strong players, led by setter Julie Larson out of Fruitport. She's had quite the season already. She's nationally ranked number 4 in the nation in total aces and number 12 in hitting efficiency and 19th in assists per set nationally, as the Jayhawks have already played a pretty tough schedule to start the year.
This is more of that Fruitport legacy.
Lake Michigan College getting the free ball as they had put it in play to start the match. Nice defense. And it's in. Down the line. Rebecca German there. Becca German out of Fruitport. I think there's some nice representation out of Fruitport High School here on the Jayhawks.
Absolutely. Becca she went to Calvin College last year, played soccer, multi-sport athlete. In high school, played basketball, volleyball, and soccer. And a great addition for them at middle is they lost a middle to graduation last year.
Absolutely. I didn't realize that was the story behind it. For some reason, I was thinking Becca just graduated last year, but not quite the case. Won a state championship at Fruitport.
Yes, she did. Yep. I sat with her mom in the final points of that state championship. In fact, they're 2-time state champions. Amber Carmine back to serve won 2 state championships, along with Lauren Aeskamp, who's at Hope College, and Bree Guile, who's at Madonna. Ashley Hulbert, their All-American honorable mention outside, is at Madonna, so they lost some hitting prowess to graduation, or to moving on, if you would.
That was a pretty vicious serve right there by Carmian. Short serve to about the 5-foot line with the jump floater. A little bit of practice in the gym for that one, eh?
That's right. She's a great kid. Loves to play.
She's right there for the dig.
Yep. Rachel Flagstead with the kill. Carmine second in the nation in digs and 13th in digs per set. Rick said she's one of the funnest kids he's ever got to coach because she just plays hard all the time. I had the opportunity to work with her in high school a bit, and all those things are true. Just a great, great kid, hard-working kid, and really came on, had a great tournament last year in the state-run tournament. So she'll help the Jayhawks for the next couple of years. Nice to see Rachel back. She's been out for a couple of weeks with an injury, but has got a couple of nice kills and pushes the Jayhawks out to an early 5-2 lead.
Absolutely. 2 very nice swings from her. Think about hers, it's a very smooth swing, but she got some heat on it.
Yes, she did.
Another nice dig by Carmine. You can see right now why she's one of the top defenders nationally, as she picks up about her 4th dig of the match already.
Well, there's Julie being ever so sly. Julie got a chance also to coach Julie in high school. Wonderful young lady. Just gets better all the time. Sets a really nice ball and has got a great serve. Can serve all different types of serves, and something that you worked on in your history at Fruitport, felt serving was a key element to the success.
Very important. As Julie misses, after a tough serve, when you serve tough, sometimes you take a few risks.
Well, 2 of the 3 points to Lake Michigan are missed serves, Dan. So, they're MCC's on it, early. There is still plenty of room here, folks, for you to come out and watch the girls play their first home opener. Admissions on Dan and I. Just if you come.
I was just going to say, I'll take it tonight if you take it the next time.
All right.
So.
Well, Friday night we got Grand Rapids, so we expect a big crowd Friday night. The big rivalry between the MCC and GRCC Raiders here Friday night at 5 o'clock. Be here.
Absolutely. The Raiders coming into town.
Second ranked in the nation.
They have a very good team. I've talked to their coach, Chip Will, a couple times already this season. And he says he's got a very good team, got a good chance. But they haven't had a lot of success here in Muskegon. He said he's really struggled to win here. And he said his exact comments were, I want to get the monkey off my back in Muskegon. So.
Patented slide by Becca German, her favorite offensive pattern, and set by her old setter at Fruitport. Kind of a nice combination there, and another kill.
Terminated with authority. It starts with the pass, and when you're passing the ball well, it certainly leads to good offensive play. The rally goes on. There it is again.
Jeez.
She's just painting it, moving the ball around.
Well, Julie's calling a good game, moving the sets around. Amber's touched about everything back there, Dan. Very impressed early with what she's done.
Yeah, she's delivering free ball passes where they have to be. MCC's doing a nice job of mixing it up. Is the outside hitter there.
Paintbrushes.
Yep, looks like Michelle Brand out of Niles. Or no, it was 11. Yeah, Michelle Brand and just uses her effective, just uses the block a little bit. Pet peeve of mine right there. That was dig by the setter, going to her left and digging with her right hand.
Not what we want.
Nah, it's just like alligator arms. She just shortened it up.
That's right. That's right.
So Anna Thiesen back to serve for the Jayhawks. Gets the ace, or at least a bad pass. Timeout called by Coach Linda Martin. Assisted by Quinn Regglesworth out of Lake Michigan.
11-4 bulge, early bulge by the Jayhawks. They've stood on the gas from the opening ball in and have just played very crisp here in their home gym. They're glad to be home. First time they're here. Been on the road, played a couple different tournaments. Played Rick Rixey, the head coach, has lined up a tough schedule for them, and all their 8 losses are to top 20 nationally ranked teams, so he's not afraid to find the competition, Dan, which only can make your kids better.
Completely agree with that, Scotty. And right now, I've been calling matches here for the Jayhawks for about 6 years now, and the one thing that I'm noticing about this team, and I don't know if maybe it's because the weather's been a little bit gray today, but they just seem like this is all about business today. They're not too high, they're not too low.
I agree wholeheartedly. And it's not a real big team, Dan. When you look at them, they're not a lot of real tall players, but they're very efficient, very strong. Well, that's what the coach wants when she calls the timeout, is a missed serve, and it's what Coach Rixey didn't want, is a missed serve coming out of the timeout.
So back into the game, Kristen Ledesma, who just had to actually sub out, and then the libero comes back in. Ledesma out of Grant. Oh, back row attack.
Yep.
Or I'm sorry, back row block.
Yep. Good call.
Oops, kind of got in the way of that one. Back row block is when the setter remotely participates in a blocking motion when they're in the back row and the ball touches them.
Maggie Farrell with a kill out of the middle for Muskegon Catholic. Served by Becca. Oh, got to get that one.
Yeah, German let that one kind of go down, and I think she
the
knew right away.
The timeout's been effective for Coach Martin as they've outscored the Jayhawks 3-1 since the timeout. Jayhawks got to stem the tide here and get back on it. Another kill by Maggie Farrell out of Muskegon Catholic. And remember last year, Dan, one of the very few issues with the Jayhawks is they didn't play real well with a good lead. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of took a deep breath and kind of relaxed. And
right.
Hoping to see the personalities of just saying, hey, we're way up, let's take care of it.
Possibly a net there, but
possibly.
Long rally here.
Yeah.
Both teams playing some good D.
Yeah.
Ball that dropped really hard inside. And oh, great pass off a tough serve there. Farrell with another kill.
Yeah, Rick said she's come on and played really well last weekend. And there's a bullet by Carmine. She's got all the serves. She's got that tough jump floaty. She rocked that one, and she's at the short one.
I would say that's what a lot of good liberos do. If you want to be a good libero, you got to develop your serves, and you got to have an arsenal of them, and you got to be able to serve short, and you got to be able to serve
tough,
tough and deep, and you got to be able to serve zones.
Yep.
Another kill there for the Jayhawks off the block. It appeared to be Flagstad. Oh, there we go. A little confusion there as to whether the ball was in or out off the block. I thought it was pretty clear right away, but
yeah, me too.
Apparently some confusion.
We got it straightened out, and we're back at it.
Pretty nice kill there by Courtney Hawk out of Coloma. You know, Lake Michigan College, located down in southern southwest Michigan there.
By Benton Harbor, yep.
You know, almost all the kids on our team are from that area.
Yep.
With the exception of a couple. They have one from Traverse City, which...
Yep. She skipped Muskegon and kept on going.
Yeah, Paige Johns, number one. She's their setter, actually. Must have been looking for a place to play, and Lake Michigan said, hey, come here. Ooh, Flagstad with a little bit too much muscle.
That was a sailor.
Winding up and taking a big swing there.
Amanda
Smolinski out of Rogers City, so that's coming from a ways too.
Yeah, she really made the drive.
It's hard to get to Rogers City from here, unless you got a helicopter.
Yep. It's another really good player from Rogers City. Played at Ferris a few years back that we played against when we coached together. Can't remember her name. She coaches now as well. Big, heavy arm.
Carla, the down official would know in a second.
Trent would know.
It's not Carla Rogers because it's Rogers. Carla Fairbanks was her name.
That's you got it.
And the tip.
Nice touch, Becca.
Another right-hander going, just forcing it. It's a very prevalent habit for right-handers going to their left. Boy, German's going to get an ace with that serve. It's kind of nasty little side spin.
Left-handed kill for Smolinski.
Clever play right there. You know, the setter was just waiting for that tip, and she just pushed it over her head.
She played club ball it inside out. So she's been around. Good tough serves by Becca.
Another dig by Carmine.
Got to call that one.
Yep, double contact as the Jayhawks commanding 20-12 lead right now here in game one.
Stretched it back out there.
Like we said before, plenty of time to get out here and catch a little bit, but the way the Jayhawks are playing tonight, you better move it.
Yeah, that's right.
Jayhawks getting a free ball, opportunity to push it to 21. And it's done. 21-12. This is a 3 out of 5. It's a set now, and these are games in the set.
Nice run by Becca.
Strong Fruitport connection right now with 3 Trojans on the court.
Absolutely. Julie Larson, MCC setters, set a wonderful game, moving the ball around, you know, not being real predictable, and so it's kind of nice to see.
Smolinski doing a nice job, you know, just kind of gets herself squared up, and she's hitting around the blockers.
Finding the holes.
So Lindsay, oh boy, Slagley into the game out of Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart.
Let's just call her Lindy. We won't assassinate her last name.
Slagley. That's what it's got to be.
Yeah.
Well, there's one for Lake Michigan. And the ball just went over her leg, or her head. Her name is Brani Tafunani, which is Samoan, is what the coach told me. Jayhawks with set point number 1.
And that'll do it, folks. Rachel Flagstead having a great first set.
You know, Mona Shores has a very good, strong traditional program too, and there's been some very good kids that have come through community college here that went to Mona Shores. So it looks like our girl Lindy has just put the ball in play. Ooh.
Didn't let that one go. It was a great basketball play, but a little much for volleyball.
I thought that they might call that.
They did.
Coach Rick Shees read his lips, and he just told Julie Larson, the setter, it was a touch low. I would second that, just a touch low. But I've seen worse. Flagstead just pounds it through the block.
She's strong. She's a strong hitter, Dan.
Yeah, she's good athletic build and a smooth swing.
Be interesting to see what kind of interest she gets coming out of her second year at CC. I'm sure she could help somebody if she so chooses to keep playing.
You'd like to think so. 4-year school that would need her. Paige Johns putting it in play.
set by Julie. Good swing by Rachel. Good free ball pass. It all works.
Very interesting how that got set up, too. You know, on the very first play, Larson jump set. Or she didn't jump. She actually tipped. It was blocked. She get another pass and free ball. She jumps, and the middle jumps with her. She sets it outside, and there's single block. And
everything you dream about as a hitter.
That's just strategy of a setter. Sometimes, you know, you don't necessarily tip to kill, but you tip to set up your hitters.
That's right.
Into the game comes Amanda Smolinski, graduate of Rogers City. What do you think their mascot is? Rogers City.
Whew. I don't know. We'll have to ask her.
I bet you the down official knows. I bet you Mr. Trent Smiley, who's the down official tonight, might know who the Rogers City mascot is.
Rogers City kind of seems like it might be the Hawks or something like that, you know.
Up north, could be an
animal of some
or
sort.
A water type thing.
Yeah.
The whitefish.
Nice pickup by Carmine.
Oh, boy, she put some top spin on that.
Yeah.
Just dives down. That was Flagstead, obviously, probably, you know, Coach Rixey pretty pleased to probably have her back in the lineup. Definitely their best outside hitter.
Like he's moved Christina Ledsma, who played middle for him last year, moved her over to the right side this year. Take advantage of her height and her jumping ability.
To keep the left sides honest. Jayhawks aren't particularly big, but they are consistent in their height.
Exactly. Like I said, they don't have any of those 6'1", 6'2" players. There are a lot of 5'7", 5'8", 5'10". I think 5'10" might be their tallest player.
It is, and it appears that they have 5 of them at that height. So Carmian coming in at the on the short end of the stick at 5'5".
Yep.
Whoops. Somebody blew an assignment there.
I don't know if she wanted to pull off or she wasn't supposed to block or what, but she did, the setter I'm speaking of, for Lake Michigan. And fortunately, Rachel hit it on the floor, not in somebody's face, because it would have hurt.
Oh, so there was a net call on the Jayhawks there.
I see. Okay.
8-6. Folks, it's a lot closer than what it appears, you know, and score-wise. Off the block, Becca German with another kill. Been very effective with the slide tonight.
That's right. That play has worked.
It's kill number 5 or 6. In the old stat meter in my head.
I would agree. Their offense has been running pretty good tonight. Make a few more serves and.
All right, Tafunai with the kill.
There we go.
Off the block.
They're running almost a 2-person service receive. They got Carmine covering the vast majority of the back row, which is she can handle. Ah, great dump by Julie Larson. Looked, saw it, and did it.
It's a very timeout. Linda Martin over there.
Yep.
Seen enough of those two-handed tips going down.
Didn't want him to get too far out. So.
Nope. 9-6 Jayhawks after winning set number 1, 25-13. So, Scotty, how's Steve-O doing? You were the father of the famous Steve-O Vanderwerp.
He's doing all right. The season's over. Ended a couple weeks early. He's had a little, some severe patella tendonitis, and they're trying to get to the bottom of it. And so we're trying to figure out what's causing it and why it gets worse. And the most he played this year was 3 weeks in a row. Last year he played 9 weeks in a row, but it just seems to be way worse. So we're trying to get to the bottom of it. And he's going to go see our good friend Dr. Palante on Thursday. He had an MRI last Thursday, and see what we need to do to get it straightened out for next year. But he had a nice season.
Dr. Palante at Orthopedic Associates of Muskegon. It's his new location over there.
Yep, just was over there dropping the MRI disc off the other day. Looks like a nice place. Steve went in to give it to him, so there's about 30 people waiting. So
it's a busy place.
Yeah, yeah.
That's looking a little short. Whoops.
Right now, to me, the Achilles heel of the Jayhawks is missed serves. Other than that, they're playing pretty good ball.
Well, the good thing about missed serves is it's repairable.
Yep, exactly.
And, I would say they serve pretty aggressive for the most part.
Yep.
And you're going to miss a few.
Yep.
Ooh, what a nice rip and a great dig.
Wow. You got me once, not twice.
She said, I'm not going to hit it you, Tafunai.
I'll go line this time.
Exactly. Over the setter and down. Jayhawks pick up another point. Carmian doing a nice job of mixing it up. There's that perimeter collegiate defense that we see a lot of.
Yeah. A little beach dig there.
Good hustle. I would say it's whether or not they'll take advantage of some of the deeper perimeter defense.
See if they dump a few in the middle.
You got it. Tip over the block. They got German a few times for the Jayhawks.
That's right. On the right side. She's playing right side. And now she's playing.
There's their tip right there.
Yeah.
Caught players moving away from the ball. It's one of my favorite places to tip. Tip from the middle, over the middle.
That's right.
Forced decisions. Jayhawks employing a swing blocking technique. Coach Rixey's a big proponent of the swing block as opposed to getting your feet and driving up. And a block.
Rebecca German says no thank you.
Volleyball, the ultimate team sport. Very systematic with defenses. That's going to go a tad bit long. Flagstead having a great match, though.
Yeah, she is.
Been steady with the swinging. I can see why the Jayhawks are having the kind of year that they're having. They've beat some really good teams, too. The losses on their sheet are, the only ones. Actually, they beat Kishwaukee and number 14 Monroe, Honorable Mention Kankakee, who always seems to be up in the rankings.
Yep.
So they've got some good wins on their resume also, as well as some tough losses.
Well, for your real volleyball junkies, at about 7 o'clock tonight, you can go over to Spring Lake High School and watch a pretty good rivalry between Spring Lake and Fruitport in high school volleyball.
Ooh, the Trojans versus the Lakers tonight.
Tonight, that's what Coach Carter from MCC, the assistant coach, told me. So that's where they're headed. I'm going to head back home. I've been a little under the weather, so I'm going to get a bunch of stuff going on. So I'm just going to go home and veg. And
geez, I think isn't that one going to be on TV too?
Yeah, who knows?
That is a vicious rivalry, the Fruitport Spring Lake rivalry between all the sports.
And Coach Bale, who's got some work cut out for her this year. She lost some awfully good players from the second consecutive state championship team. But she's working hard, and they're playing hard, and it wouldn't surprise me by the end of the year that they surprise a few people. So,
winning 2 state championships in a row, you do not, unless you've got a great leader and a great coach. And Nicole's done a fantastic job there, and I would expect them to be doing very well by the end of the season. Also, I've seen them this year, and it's still a pretty strong program, and they just got to improve in a few areas. That'd be pretty scary. So.
Well, it's tough to replace a 4-year, 3-time first-team all-state setter, and that's not easy to replace.
No, it's not. And a pretty good libero.
A really good libero, you're right, and good outside and beguile, and you can go on and on. The thing that
into the game.
Thing that impresses me, Dan, is I'm not going to be able to make it because we'll be here for the vicious rivalry between the Jayhawks and the Raiders from Grand Rapids. But Hope Kelvin on Friday night at Kelvin. So that always is another bitter Division III rivalry. And both teams ranked in the top 5 in the country. So
no kidding.
Should be pretty.
That will be a good one.
For Division III volleyball, should be pretty good.
It's as good as it gets.
And what's cool too is the Final Four is at Hope College this year for Division III. So, you volleyball buffs, that. Nice swing, nice set. Once again, a nice free ball, a nice pass by Carmine to Larson. Larson throws a really nice set out to Smolinski, and she just buries it down the line. The Jayhawks have a commanding 20-10 lead in game 2.
Just she's ripping it down the line. Cami Eckert, who's making her first appearance as a Jayhawk, comes in, makes a good defensive play, and then makes a small mistake back at the end line.
Oh. The old sub for the
perfect pass. Whoops, you're going to call a lift there. You can't do that.
Can't hold it.
Nice play, but it's got to be a quick motion, and you'll see that called a lot. Jayhawks in commanding lead right now, 21-11. Got set one in the pocket already. Becca German with an ace.
Maggie Farrell also having a nice evening with that kill.
That's coming right at us.
Little side spin, chopper, ace.
Almost took us out. It's a good thing we had some coverage here. Safety. Somebody looking out for us.
23-11. Short serve. Offhand. Set. Nice set.
Just out.
Was hoping for a touch, but didn't get it.
Smolinski just hit it where it needed to be hit.
She had that nice layup approach. She went and got the set, which is a little short and just a touch long. Back out of the back row. I like seeing that a little bit. I kind of like the Jayhawks shoes, Dan. It's kind of a fashion statement, you know.
Those Mizuno waves or something they're called.
Mizuno waves with a little purple going with a little lime green, I think. It's just got a little racy look to it, you know. So
Kennedy will appreciate that. She's got the same pair.
Oh, does she? All right. Oh, you'll get it. Somebody.
Coach Rixey wasn't real happy about that, but ultimately the Jayhawks did a little unorganized that play, but 24-14 looking to close out this second set. And there it is.
Julie Larson does it. They go up 2-zip. A lot of others, and with the number of students that they have here, it would be nice to see them be able to do it. I am glad to see they have their priorities in order and built the new library first, you know, so.
Library Tech Center.
Yeah.
Tafu Nahi with the puts it in play, and guess who? Flagstead just buries it.
Boom, 1-0.
She hits it so much harder than what it appears. On TV, I would tell you folks, this ball goes a lot faster than what it appears to. When you're live, it's like going to watch any professional sport in person. The TV slows it down.
Yep.
A lot of hustle over there. Yeah. Carmine pulling up before she dives onto one of those baseball players over there. I'm sure they would have cushioned her fall.
Looks like Coach Martin during her 10 minutes with the team basically said, we're going to let anybody but number 12 beat us. So let's double her every time. And they were waiting for her, and let's see if that pattern continues.
Head official Sharon Lucy said hello to me. I haven't seen her in a long time. You know, back when I used to coach, I'd see a lot of these officials around, and I think it's the first time I've seen Sharon in Martell's Roads in a long time.
Yeah. Becca wanted to clean it up for the second time in a row, but they said, no, ball's got to come first before you get it. So didn't break the plane of the net, so violation.
Another one of those technical issues that that I found out parents in the stands at high school matches don't usually.
Don't know.
When I'm up in the stands, that's when I usually get the, what was that call, Dan? Could you tell us what happened there?
I usually, when I go to high school matches now, end up, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but you couldn't pay me $500 a match to be an official. And I hear these parents screaming and hollering at the refs. Most of them don't know the rules. And really the kids need to settle what's going on. And, you know, the more attention they pay to the refs and the less to the game, worse you're going to get. So I have the utmost respect for the officials, would never want to be one. And so therefore although in the heat of the moment, you can always have your
there you go. I was just going to call you out on that one, Scotty.
There's always those moments, but
what you know, we want them to be perfect, and a lot of times we let them know when we don't think that they are.
That's right.
So, but for the most part, I think they get most of the calls right. And,
exactly.
This match tonight's been officiated very well.
And quite candidly, they're human, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And they make errors, and so are we as coaches or ex-coaches. You get emotional, and you want to let your team know you're going to fight for them, and all that kind of stuff. So,
but the bottom line, I think, is what you were saying is, whether or not you're going to criticize the official, leave it up to the coach and let them handle it. And the parents in the stand really not your place.
Their job is to cheer their kids on.
Ledesma putting that ball in play. And, ooh, boy, what a nice dig right there. Ooh. Whoops. Little indecision there by number 10, Stephanie Camacho out of Berrien Springs. She was going to bump it, and then she brought her hands up, and that was a bad idea.
That's right.
Call for the double contact. Lake Michigan setters doing a nice job.
I was just going to say that same thing, Dan. Tell you, it looks like she played a little beach the way she brought that ball up like a nice bump set. You know, looked like she played a little beach. It looks like a nice beach set. So.
They got some nice courts up there in Traverse City on the bay. I'm heading up that way tomorrow.
Are you really? Well.
Got some business up there, and I'm going to do some fishing.
Oh, there you go. Jeez. Thought you were going to say golfing. I didn't know you were fishing.
Well, I like to fish when I'm fishing on somebody else's boat and they know what they're doing.
There you go.
That's like playing professional golf. You know, you get to pick up somebody's knowledge and their equipment, and actually they can help guide you along. So.
Well, I'll tell you, I think he's in Toledo playing this weekend, but Andy Rukowski, if you happen to be watching this, you owe me a lesson or two. I got him hitched up with Loudmouth Golf to clothe him this year, and one of my only conditions was he worked on my horrible golf game, and I haven't quite made it to the links yet, because to me that's the only way, like you said, you're going to get any better is deriving knowledge from somebody who's really good. And
yep, he could probably help you out, start you out with your grip, and probably get you a big slow swing. Ledesma here with a 9-4 lead, and she's making Coach Linda Martin look good there. She called
another missed serve out of the timeout. Yep.
That's when coaches think we can affect.
That's a nice cross-court shot. Hit it right by the block, double block.
I would tell you the outside hitters are bringing some heat.
Called the old trickler.
That is an incredibly difficult thing to do right there. It's something to be learned from that. The Lake Michigan college player, she just ducked her head and wasn't even looking for the ball. And I wouldn't be too happy about not taking your eye off that ball.
Yep.
So back-to-back aces from German.
Didn't close the block there, but they were both there. Still a commanding 12-6 lead for the Jayhawks.
There's a gift back.
That's right.
All right, I'm going to have to ask her after the game, because I'm certain that the pronunciation is much easier than what I'm saying.
Trying to make it. Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about the
Zalagli.
I thought you were talking about the school name of Rogers City.
Oh, no, you know what? We did forget to ask it.
We had 10 minutes to ask that, and
we failed on that.
I'm going to say the Hawks or the Warriors. Those would be my two guesses.
It could be the Mustangs.
Could be. That may be. Wild Horse up there.
Rogers City. I know that it's the Oscoda Owls. I do know that.
15-6, a bulging lead for the Jayhawks as they score, and Lindy serves it out.
They are pouring it on at this point, really, at 15-7. Only 8 points left in the match. Into the game, Courtney Hawk. 6-foot freshman opposite.
Knew that was coming. Oh. Smart by Julie, redirects it. Nice play. Good hustle by the Lake Michigan players.
Indians there pop it up, and smart play. Julie just putting it where they ain't, so to speak.
Yep.
Volleyball just a game of keep away.
That's all it is, Dan.
Amber Carmian putting it back in play. Fantastic match so far for her.
There, just didn't quite get it up. Good effort.
Hammered down the line. Courtney Hawk there. And
a 17-8 commanding lead for the Jayhawks.
No question that by all appearances here, we're going to be making the high rate today.
That's right.
Got a touch there.
Yeah, big
on the
touch.
block.
Yep.
Hard to believe that there wasn't one. Pretty young Lake Michigan team, all freshmen except for Kotsky, number 7 or number 4 on the court.
And like you said at the beginning of the broadcast, it's a pretty common thing for a community college team to have big turnover. Some kids come to play volleyball, don't. Some kids do and move on, or whatever. You know, a lot of different reasons. If you can keep the core of your team together for a couple years, you've done a great job.
Yeah, it's always helpful to have, continue to have decent recruiting classes so that you're always got a few, you're always returning some players and you're always filling it. When you get top heavy in the class, it makes it a little more difficult. College athletics is interesting. You hear a lot of high school kids, they want to play college and then they get to college and they go, man, I don't want to play college athletics.
That's right, yeah. Well, some of them want to
experience college life.
Exactly.
Boy, what a save there. Only to have Becca German just pound it back down.
Here's my prediction for Friday night, Dan. MCC is going to have to find some points when they have that last rotation in the front row with Ledsema, Flagstead, and Julie Larson. Because they almost always go to Flagstead, and Chipwell's going to really pay attention to her. So you're either going to have to get more production out of that middle, and I'm sure he'll pay attention to Julie too, knowing that she's efficient. So that could be the one rotation that I'm looking at that so far that I've seen tonight that may give them trouble on Friday night. Hopefully not, but
I haven't seen the Raiders play, so.
Well, they return their whole team, plus they got a couple of other kids coming in. They're good. So, they've got their setter back. They've got a couple of good outsides.
Good touch there by Flagstaff. Instead, just didn't quite pop it up in the air.
Oh.
Back in comes Ledsema out of Grant High School, Grant Tigers.
Grant Tigers. Boy, that was a great play there. Nice quick ball, is right on her hand, Dan. Well, that's what you want to see from a quick set in the middle.
Another point there. Looks like Coach Rick Rixey's taking a little break and letting son Adam do a little bit of standing and calling out.
Well, Adam's a pre-med student. He finished his Michigan State undergrad in 3 years, I believe. And he's taking a year off to do some interning with some doctors and then go on to med school next year. So
impressive. Yeah, he played club ball at Michigan State. He's an alumnus of that program, as am I.
That's right.
Another wicked serve, and 1, 2, 3. That's just too many. Did not get it over the net.
23-12, 2 points away from
the sweep.
3 games. Ooh. Didn't die quite quick enough, but Becca's had a great run serving this evening.
Getting the kill there, German.
1 point away from a 3-game sweep for
match point number 1 with 11 in the bag.
And Lindy's back to serve. Not that time.
Game point number 1.
24,
match point
14.
number 1. Lake Michigan has eclipsed their point total from the first 2 sets. Another opportunity here for the Jayhawks to put their... And it is over. Flagstead pounded with authority.
Very impressive win for the Jayhawks tonight. 3 straight, 25-13, 25-14, 25-14. They go to 3-0 in the conference.
That is an impressive start for the Jayhawks. Their first home match. They do own victories.
Played Kalamazoo Valley and beat them, and I don't know who their other league win is.
It's like Ancilla.
Ancilla, okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, a convincing home win here. If you get a chance on Friday evening, it's always the biggest rivalry of the year, the Jayhawks versus the Grand Rapids Community College Raiders, coached by our hometown Chip Will.
Chip Will
and
will be in the house.
5 o'clock on Friday night. Hope to see you out. Have a good week, Scotty. I'll see you then.
All right, Dan. Night, folks.